but we're looking at it as preparation for what's the run that we're about to take coming up. And I think that helps us out a lot.
What's the overall mood of the bullpen guys? The older kind of blue couple this weekend. Last night like him. You had some good outings this weekend. It's kind of mixed bag.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things where Holder might have had some shaky ones. I surely wasn't good last night, at least in my opinion. But it's we get them out now rather than later. Like I said, this whole thing for us is preparation for what's to come. And I think we've got a lot of things that we can really lock in on and learn from and move on.
Use a lot of guys tonight too, so just a lot of options for next weekend as well.
Yeah, I mean that's what was great about today is we got a lot of guys in there that hadn't thrown in a while, and they needed to get that experience in this tournament style atmosphere, because that's how it's going to be the rest of the way out. We'll be facing good teams like we faced here. And I thought a lot of those guys really needed to get in there and get some work done to get ready for regional after that.
As a senior, you've been around a number of teams. What's kind of the feeling that you have about this time?
I feel great about it. I feel like our team, just like teams in the past, just don't give up, scrappy, battle to the end of it. We got guys that pick each other up. We always have each other's back. Kind of saw that last night. It was one of those deals where you bring somebody in and they start off all right and they kind of start struggling, bring someone else in, they pick them up. Vance saved my tail last night. That's just kind of how this team is. We always have each other's back, and I know I can count on each one of those guys no matter what. To always pick me up. So I like our odds.
Did you learn something new from this team in the SEC tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say what I was kind of talking about there. That the guy coming in behind you is going to have your back and he's going to pick you up. Because there's always everybody's been on that team where you leave runners on base, or pitcher at least. You leave runners on base and the guy comes in behind you and catches them all in. You kind of get that. Lack of confidence, I guess, in your teammates, and I think this week we grew more in that area. That we, I feel like there's a lot more trust in that, I guess.
I would imagine, even in the dugout, when Holder goes out or for a ninth inning or comes in the ball games, you guys still have that kind of attitude that this game's over.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just because everybody's going to have a shaky outing every now and then. Regardless of what happened this week, I still think he's one of the best closers in college baseball. And that's how I feel every single time he comes in the game. And if I'm in a game and he's coming in behind me, spirits are high. Yeah, I'm very confident, and not just him and everybody. I know I've seen the skills that all of our guys possess in the bullpen, and I'm confident in each and every one of them. So.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Ben.
All right, yeah.
Guys, can all three of you come over here?
Yep.
But 4 good games against 4 different tough teams, so that'll be pretty good preparation for next week.
Yeah, we talked about it today. We looked at this week as a chance to really take home some games, and it didn't work out the way we wanted to, but we're going to learn from it, use it as practice, and get ready to go in a region.
You and Seth, just kept getting on base, and that seemed like a real big catalyst this week, and has really helped this team kind of turn the corner offensively.
Yeah, Seth's a stud. He really is. He's done a really good job for us.
How does your mindset, I guess, moving up to the top of the lineup, whether it's 1 or 2, change maybe from when you're maybe at the bottom of the middle of the lineup?
Well, leading off the game, I want to be patient. I want to get the pitch count up a little bit, but I like to attack early, so I really try not to let that affect me and just kind of play the way that comes natural to me.
Like 6 days to rest for NCAA tournament, y'all feel good going into it?
Absolutely. We're going to work hard this week. We're going to get in the weight room. We're going to get after it on the field. We're going to find out where we're going, I think, on Monday. And we're going to prepare for that, and then we'll get on the road and go take care of some business.
It's been the same thing being a senior, being around a lot of teams. How do you feel about this one going forward?
Oh, great. I've said it all year to you guys. We lose games like this, and we bounce back. We get on the bus, we get home, we get in the locker room, and we go back to having fun. We get ready to go tomorrow. So nothing's going to change. We're going to get after it tomorrow in practice.
Thanks, CT.
Even though it's just one run, it's kind of a pride point to avoid getting shut out in a tournament setting and just never quit trying to score runs.
Yeah, today, it was 5-1, but we didn't give up. We had a lot of good at bats today, and a lot of hard line drives that just didn't fall. It was just one of those days. I thought today we did really well hitting, and just nothing fell for us. I made great plays, and it's kind of sucks for that to happen, but it's baseball. So And then today was also great for us because we got to pitch a lot of guys that haven't pitched in a while. So and they came in and did real well. So that's also good for us. But now we had a couple of days off now to work out and stuff like that, so we get our mind ready for regionals. So.
You talk about not getting rewarded. I mean, you hit a ball about as well as you can, and this guy just makes a play.
Yeah, it sucks, but I hit it, and I was like, all right, that's a double. And I get around first, and all of a sudden they're just going nuts. I'm just like, yeah, we're kidding. So, I mean, that was a game changer for them. So, but, I mean, it's just baseball, so you got to keep swinging. I mean, we kept swinging it, but it just didn't fall for us. It was one of those nights. So.
For you, 63 straight games reaching base, it kind of ends tonight. I know it's personal and it may not necessarily matter in the big grand scheme of things, but would you mind talking about that a little bit? I mean, that's a pretty impressive accomplishment, 63 straight games reaching base against SEC teams.
Yeah, well, it's got to end sometime, and today was that day. But, I mean, I wasn't going up there every day just wanting to say, hey, I want this record or make a record, blah, blah, blah. I just went up there every day just trying to get on base, and but my mindset, it just they started adding up and working out. And today, just didn't. They made some great plays, and I mean, it just didn't work out. So I mean, I wasn't here to make any records or anything. I'm just here to help my team out.
Thanks, Brett.
Thank you, Brett.
Real quick for Cody.
Just talk about Florida's approach there with the pitching.
Well, you know, they didn't really swing and miss a whole lot, as y'all could tell. I mean, good offense, you know, tip my cap to them. But, you know, at the end of the day, we locate pitches, you know, and we do what we need to do. It's a different story, but, you know, I got to tip my caps to them.
How frustrating is it for this team being so good defensively the entire year, and then a couple of defensive miscues kind of lead to some runs for them?
You know, it is frustrating, but at the end of the day, it's also a learning point for all of us. You know, it just gives us something to look forward to and practice, something to better ourselves, and in the end, we can capitalize on this and use it to our advantage.
You know, tonight, obviously, you went well, but full tournament picture in general seems like good things to take from it, good confidence building.
Definitely so. You know, we had 4 really good games. I mean, we played a good ball club in South Carolina, and we sort of had our way with them. And then we had a extra inning ball game with Kentucky. I thought, you know, our first game, you know, every game that we played was just really good for us. It showed us, you know, what kind of character we have, how good we are, and, you know, kind of a bright future for us.